So this is question 19, 2012, higher paper 1. We're asked to solve an inequation. When is 6 minus x squared less than 0? So we need to find out about the values of 6 minus x squared. And the easiest way to do that is to graph the values of that expression to see how they're behaving, and we can then from the graph determine which values of x will make this expression negative. So we want the graph y equals 6 minus x squared. So the first thing to say is it's a quadratic expression, so we have a parabola. The graph will be in the shape of a parabola. Because the x squared term is negative, it will be a concave downward parabola. So this is x squared term negative. Concave upward parabola would be x squared term positive. But this is the one that we know to expect. So somewhere on this graph there will be a concave downward parabola. Where does it cross the x-axis? So for x-axis intercept, we have to set y equal to 0. So all the points on the x-axis have a y coordinate of 0. So we set y equals 0. When is this 6 minus x squared equal to 0? The usual method of doing that is to factorize it. So the choices for something times something giving you 6, could be a 2 times a 3, it could be a 1 times a 6. We'll try 2 times 3. For the x squared term, not a lot of choice, just x times x. Now the outside 2 give us 2x, the inside 2 give us 3x, and it's these outsides and insides that combine to give us negative 1x. So we'd need to subtract 3x and add the 2x. That gives us a negative 1x. So the minus 3x plus the 2x. You always check again that when you multiply this out you do get this. So the firsts give us 6, outsides positive 2x, insides negative 3x, which combine to give us negative x, and then the lasts, negative x times positive x, does give us negative x squared. So this times this give me 0. One or other of these two things is 0. For this one to be 0, x would have to be 2. For this term to be 0, x would have to be negative 3. So either 2 or negative 3. So we know that this concave downward parabola crosses at 2 and negative 3. So I can sketch in that graph. There it is. That's the graph of y equals 6 minus x squared. That's the label, if you like, that's attached to that graph. So the heights of points in this graph give us the values of 6 minus x squared. This question says, when are these values less than 0? Well, that'll be when the points on the graph lie below the x-axis, and that'll be true for any value to the left of negative 3 or any value to the right of 2. In other words, for all values of x less than negative 3 or for all values of x greater than 2, the values of 6 minus x squared will be negative in that case. So that's our solution. X is less than negative 3 or x is greater than 2. And if we look at the choices that were given, here they are, and x is less than negative 3, x is greater than 2 happens to be choice B. So choice B.